Good morning.
May I proceed, Your Honor? I have before me a properly sworn to and executed affidavit of probable cause executed by Investigator John Beam of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department that states in pertinent part as follows. That on or about 10 October 2013, Mecca received a phone call from the Lincoln County Dispatch inquiring if they had received a phone call regarding a shooting at 13406 Quarterstone Road in Arkansas, Alzheimer, Arkansas. At that time, dispatchers received a copy of the recording of the phone call that was purported to be between this defendant and the dispatcher. During the conversation, the dispatcher asked the defendant what had occurred. The defendant stated that I just shot somebody on my property and I think I killed him, I think. The dispatcher asked Nutt who was shot. Nutt stated Tabius Love. The dispatcher asked Nutt what he was shot with. Nutt stated it was a .22. The dispatcher asked Nutt if Tabius had a weapon. Nutt stated no. On or about 10 October 2013, approximately 1000 hours, investigators of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department Criminal Investigations Division arrived and secured the scene. At approximately 10:11 hours, a custodial interview was conducted with the defendant after he was properly Mirandized. During that audio recorded statement, the defendant stated that he heard a disturbance coming from the trailer where his wife resided along with his granddaughter. The defendant stated that Tabius Love was at the residence causing a disturbance. The defendant had asked Love to leave the residence, but Love refused. Nutt stated that he got the gun from Anna and told Love to leave, Anna being his wife. Nutt stated that Love refused and said to shoot him. Nutt stated that at that time he then shot Love. Search was conducted at the residence and they did recover a .22 caliber revolver containing 4 live rounds and 1 spent round. At approximately 11:15 hours, Nutt was again advised of his constitutional rights per Miranda, and he gave an audio and video recorded statement to investigator Captain John McNeil and other investigators. At that time, the defendant stated that Tabius Love had come over to his residence at approximately 03 hours in the morning, 300 hours in the morning, and that Nutt departed the residence later that morning for a doctor's appointment. Upon returning from his appointment, the defendant heard a disturbance coming from the residence. The defendant went over to the residence and observed his wife, Anna, holding a gun on the decedent Love. Nutt stated that he got the gun away from Anna and told Love to leave. Nutt stated that Love refused to leave and told him to shoot him, and that is what he did. Nutt then handed the gun to Anna and called 911. Based on that, the state would request finding the probable cause for the charge of murder in the first degree and request a bond in the amount of $250,000 secured. It's important to note that none of the witnesses nor any evidence at the crime scene revealed that the decedent was armed with any weapon, deadly or otherwise.
Mr. Nutt, the court finds probable cause to hold you in this matter and will grant the state's request for $250,000 secured bond. You'll have a return date back to this court on November 22nd this year at 9 a.m. Do you plan to hire an attorney to represent you?
I hear what you said.
Well, the court said that the court is going to find probable cause in this matter and is granting their request for a $250,000 secured bond. You have a return date back to this court on November 22nd of this year at 9 a.m. And then the court was asking if you plan to hire an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do? Is that right? You know you're not? Sorry.
How's that done?
Would you like for me to appoint a public defender?
Maybe I'll
Do you work anywhere?
do.
Do you work anywhere? How do you support yourself?
Get something to talk to.
Do you own any property in the area? We will appoint a public defender for you and you may return to your seat, sir.
Dora, what did you say the return date was, ma'am?
November 22nd.